Hi, Vincent.
Hi.
Hi, thanks for coming to talk to us about the SR&ED program today. So you're a beekeeper.
That's right. So, we have a farm in North Burlington. So been in the beekeeping kind of industry for about 15 years now, as well as beverage production. So we specialize in raw honey, and then we take all of that and we make honey-based beverages out of that honey.
It's called mead, right?
Yeah, so we do mead, which is the world's oldest alcoholic beverage,
Wow.
made from one of the most sustainable sugar sources in the world. And so that's why we're really excited about it. And so we do that as well as a honey soda product.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And so you're a participant in the SR&ED program. You're a client of
Absolutely. Yeah.
Bond. So how did you find out about the SR&ED program?
Yeah, so I actually believe, Julie, it was through a mutual contact that we had. And so that contact had put us in place, or put us together. And so through that kind of conversation, we became clients.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And like you must have been in this industry for quite a while. You never heard about SR&ED before?
I have. I heard about it in my previous career, before this, and always thought it applied to, high-end technology companies, and didn't really understand that kind of the scientific process can be applied to agricultural companies like ourselves. And so I kind of dismissed it, until we had the conversation with yourself.
Well, there's a real science behind beekeeping and a real science behind meat.
Yeah, absolutely, on both sides. So, there are a lot of unknowns, right? And so we spend a lot of our time, in particular with kind of chatting about pests and integrated pest management.
Right.
And so if you have, farming clients, they'll kind of understand that, that whole world. And there's a lot of scientific unknowns in that area. And so we spend a lot of our time trying to figure out what is the best practice, what changes do we need to make within the hive. And so that's kind of on the beekeeping side. And then yes, on the beverage side, we work with honey. It's one of the most unknown fermentables. In fact, the studies that I tend to use are from the 1960s. Wine, beer, cider, those have all been well studied, but the honey side is just not.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so what was your experience like with the SR&ED program?
Yeah, so I would say easy.
Okay, that's
right?
good to hear.
I think you and your team made it very easy for us. I think on our part, we're well organized. So we do have a lot of our records kind of, together. But then, really over a series of meetings, right, that we went through, and kind of the discovery phase, and then kind of the writing phase, and then the submission phase, those three phases, I would say it was very easy.
And you haven't been audited?
No, we haven't been audited.
So all of your cases have been accepted as filed?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So what kind of benefit did you get out of the SR&ED program? How has it benefited your business backed by bees?
Yeah, so I think we're a small business, right? And because of that, we don't have unlimited resources, unlimited capital. And so where we need to compete, because we need to be innovative, is we need that opportunity, to be able to say a lot of our time needs to be spent kind of in the scientific process and becoming innovative.
Right.
And so what the program allows us to do is spend that time to be able to develop new technologies or new scientific processes or methods, right? So that we can, further in the interest of obviously commercialization down the road.
Right.
Yeah.
And you didn't find the process arduous?
No, not at all. I think that's why, you go back to it's just easy, right? And so
Wow.
working with your staff and whatnot, it wasn't hard. It wasn't as hard as I think I thought. But I think that's what deterred us for a long time, was like, it's gonna be too much work. It's gonna be too hard.
Right.
And that just didn't turn out to be the case at all.
So why do you think more professionals in the agricultural sector or in the food production sector, that they don't participate in the program? Why do you think that is?
Yeah, I think there's a couple reasons for that. One, the program's just not, I don't think from the federal government side it's well marketed, right? Like it's not positioned for what it's meant to do. A lot of people automatically think, I need to be in high-end technology to apply to this program. And then two, I think a lot of people think that everything is known in the agricultural space, and that's just not true. It's not true at all. And so there's a lot of opportunity to innovate and figure out new ways of doing things, right? And so I think there's, it is, the farming community too can be a little bit, not closed, I wouldn't say, but they like to stick to their ways, right? And so this is a new area that they probably a lot of potential to explore.
So do you think you would encourage other members in the agricultural sector or in the food production sector to participate in the SR&ED program?
Oh, 100%. Like I was saying, for any kind of small, medium-sized business that needs to spend some time, in the space of scientific discovery, 100%.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate that the big companies all know about SR&ED.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
you know, the big food production companies, the ones you see in the grocery stores, but, you know, the small and medium-sized producers or, you know, the agricultural scientists, farms, practicing farms, they even don't know about the SR&ED program.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, 100%.
And that's really unfortunate. So I really want to thank you for taking time out of your busy, valuable schedule to talk to us today and talk to us about the SR&ED program. Thank you very much for your time.
No, thanks very much, Julie. Appreciate it.
Thank you.